The oldest dragon in the Forgotten Realms, kept alive by consuming the life force of other red dragons. It's Monster Week here on Tabletop RPG YouTube. This was created and organized by Ginity and Pointy Hat, and you should, for sure, check out all the other channels and the other monster videos. Today, dragons. And returning to my Forgotten Realms roots, I went looking for a famous dragon in Faerun to talk about, and I found one named Old Snarl, the eldest dragon still alive in the Forgotten Realms.
Hey everybody, an old man's talking!
Hello everybody, Jordan here. The PH is silent. Now, dragons are plenty in the realms. The lore and biology of dragons has changed from edition to edition and from campaign setting to campaign setting. It seems everybody loves these magnificent monsters, and they each have their own interpretation of how they should fit into that setting. Are they elder advisors to kings and wizards, or are they vicious monsters looking to devour the world, or both? Discussing today the red dragon Klauth, who is on the vicious side. He is chaotic evil, often attacking other chromatic dragons for little reason or reward. The current year of the Forgotten Realms, as of recording this, is 1494, and that would put Klauth at around 1,300 years old. Now, to put that into perspective, most red dragons die of old age around 700 to 800 years old. Now, some have lived longer, but they get maladies. They become confused, senile, and those conditions usually lead to their death by other means. Ancient dragons, the oldest and most powerful in the 5e monster manual, ancient dragon status is at 800 years old. Now, beyond that is worm status, which is about 1,000 years old, and beyond that is great worm status at 1,200 years old. Klauth is very old at 1,300 years old, but he remains strong, perceptive, and tactical. How? Well, this is thanks to the assistance from the Cult of the Dragon. He was able to magically consume red dragon eggs to increase his size, health, and vigor. This process is detailed in Dragon Magazine 244 by Ed Greenwood. The necrotic spell is called Theller's Argaunu, and it transforms a red dragon egg into life energy and infuses that energy into a living creature. So due to this process, Klauth is currently the oldest living dragon in the Forgotten Realms, at the cost of many, many younglings. Dragons are known for having hoards of gold and magical items, and Klauth is no exception, but he puts his items to work. He has a system to attach various magical wands to his wings, and through another type of spell, he can trigger 3 of the wands at the same time, essentially giving him 4 actions in a single turn, specifically 4 magic actions. He commonly has equipped the wands of Frost, Flame, Polymorphing, Paralyzation, Lightning, and Flame Extinguishing. He would trigger the wand of Frost, Fire, and Paralyzation at the same time, and polymorph Lightning and Flame Extinguishing on other turns. Now, I'm not really sure why a red dragon who's immune to fire would utilize a Flame Extinguishing spell, but it's in the article, and apparently he has it equipped. This process was created and refined by a blue desert dragon known as the Doom of the Desert, whose lair is said to be Netherese in origin. Now, Klauth made written history around 1339 DR when he and a green dragon devoured much of the orcish hordes in the Sword Mountains near the Spine of the World. Klauth was not popular with other chromatic dragons, and in 1360 DR he was attacked by 2 white dragons and a blue dragon. All at once, the battle took to the skies across mountains, and surprisingly, Klauth was victorious. He killed the other 3 dragons. He was terribly wounded, though. Half his body was frozen solid, and he lost an entire wing. I assume it broke off from the freezing process. He retreated into hiding west of Mirabar into the mountains, and that became his lair, and the location is known as Clouthen Vale. Dragons are practiced at magic, so I assume he was able to regenerate his discarded wing through a magical means, or maybe he had some barrels of potions of healing. I'm not really sure. He also took the treasure hoards from the 3 defeated dragons and added those to his own. Later, in 1373, the Rage of Dragons occurred, and Klauth fell to the effects of it just like all the other dragons in Faerun. He flew over Mirabar and destroyed much of the city, only to be driven off by city defenders and a crystal dragon named Sari Andala Glothtor, who also goes by Lady Gemcloak. So Lady Gemcloak was an ally of Mirabar and the dwarves that lived in that area, and so she helped protect them from this attack. Klauth is not happy about this, and he plots her demise to this day. If you want to utilize Klauth in your game, he stays mostly in his area just west of Mirabar. He rarely leaves except to eat, and he spends most of his time scrying the surrounding area. He probably has already seen you if you're thinking about going towards his lair. Oddly enough, if he doesn't see your party as a threat, he will often bestow magical boons, give out advice, or potentially even magic items to player characters. Anything to stir up chaos in the region. Does he find this entertaining? I don't know. Is he working for a higher purpose? Maybe? I think you get to decide that. Or if you want to use him as an endgame monster, I mean, defeating a CR24 Ancient Red Dragon sounds like a lot of fun. But to make his stat block more Klauth feeling, I think I would add those magic wands to his wings, giving him some extra spells to cast and extra magical actions he can incorporate in the fight. Klauth has been found in the Neverwinter Nights PC game, where you can pick a fight with him if you wish. There is a trick to feed him a corrupted dragon orb, which weakens him, but he is still pretty difficult after that. This is a video game, and his size doesn't really match his reputation, in my opinion, but he is in there. He also made his way into the Magic the Gathering as part of Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. The Commander set specifically. He's a 4/4 dragon, and he has some really great art in that set. So will you be placing Klauth in your campaign? Perhaps the location of a magical item the PCs need to complete their quest could be found in Klauth's lair. You might work with the red dragon to get it, you could steal it Hobbit style, or just try and defeat him outright. I do like the idea of him becoming a reoccurring character in a longer Forgotten Realms campaign. Maybe you have to go to him multiple times, you owe him a favor, that kind of thing. I want to thank everybody for watching this video, and thank you so much to the patrons on Patreon for keeping this channel going. If you're interested in supporting the channel and chatting with me, head over to patreon.com/Jordan with a PH in the middle. Thanks to Ginny D and Pointy Hat for organizing Dragon Week here on YouTube. Be sure to check out the other fun videos from various dungeon tubers, and I will see you all in the next video.